Welcome everybody, it's the Allfather here, and today going to be bringing you a brief, well maybe not so brief, attack strategy review and a little bit of a tutorial on the HGHB attack and how we are seeing it being used successfully in war. Even post-August balancing patch update, it is still one of the most overpowered attacks against the correct bases, and especially bases that don't work for some of the other staple attacks like Goho, Govaho, those kind of things. So if you're struggling with a base, we're going to take a look at 3 attacks here where we have 3 stars against bases using the HGHB attack and show you what we look for and what makes a good base to use this attack strategy on. Alright, and we're going to start with the ugliest one and kind of work our way up to the prettier ones here. But a couple of features we're looking at for an HGHB attack. Now this base, obviously a lot of different things would work for it because of the fact that you don't see really any double giant bomb threats. We've got these areas right here, which could be double giant bombs, likely is at least single, if not double Tesla combinations up there. And we do have these little patches here, I guess. And so it'd be nice to find an attack that could kind of push up the middle and trip all these spots here along the way, hit the heroes, and get the clan castle dealt with, as well as diffusing those double giant bomb spots. So that's where all the threat is. Obviously, we have a little bit of an issue up here, and I believe that is where some single giant bombs end up being on this base. But really, you can see that the main issue is that approach from the south. And so that's kind of what we want to look at and how we want to attack this base. And the nice thing about this base, what you want to look for in an HGHB is, first you want to be able to create a pretty cheap and easy funnel with minions or wizards, if you have to, baby dragons, but ideally the cheapest and fewest troops possible. And with all this trash building on the outside, and the only things really targeting them are these archer towers here, we're going to be able to get a pretty cheap funnel here and drop a few wizards and funnel everything up through the bottom. Now, anytime you come at a corner or a base, it is kind of difficult to get the funnel right, and as we're going to see on this one, we do have a few of the troops walk, and we don't get the heroes into the core and some of those things. So like I said, this is the uglier version, but we'll go ahead and take a look at it. The second thing we want to take a look at, and you don't need to lure, so even though this is a lureable clan castle, you can lure, so that's nice, but you don't need to, so you don't need to worry about looking for that. Yeah, the next thing is with any back-end hog attack, you need to deal with the queen. And so we want to look at where the queen is, and ideally what we want to see with an HGHB attack is we want to see an air defense on the way to the queen. The reason being because we want to send our troops towards that air defense, then when the queen gets in the way, she's going to aggro everything, and all the troops are going to want to run right through that air defense on the way to the queen and the heroes and those kind of things. And so with the bowlers, when you get them raged up there doing that, they're going to take out that first air defense very quickly. What that's going to do then is that just leaves these remaining 3 air defenses on the top side, and those aren't going to affect our healers for a long time. So the only thing we really have to worry about is obviously air traps. And then we can see the air sweepers pointed in. That's not going to affect our healers at all either. So it sets up really nicely to come up from the south with an HGHB attack. So we will go ahead and start the replay here and just show, you can see the army composition is pretty standard, pretty basic. We run about 12 giants followed by 4 healers. You can see those giants can sit there all day. They're not going to have an issue. Nothing's going to target them. I'm trying to create that funnel now with those wizards. And you can see, like I said, 6 wizards creates a pretty easy funnel there. And dropped the heroes a little too soon. You can see they walk to the side. Queen starts to redirect, but BK goes around. That's not ideal. And then we're going to see the bowlers come in. You want to get those down as soon as you can so that they go towards the middle. And you see the queens walking a little bit. But there is that rage spell. That rage needs to encompass the healers. And so we'll pause it right there. And you can notice there's a lot of stuff going on there. But the key is that that rage needs to encompass the healers as well as the bowlers ideally, and that's going to get everything raging through. You can see the queen's already dealt with, the king's already down, and they are going into the core there. And now the bowlers start to walk a little bit, but the healers are pretty well aggroed onto the bowlers. They go down pretty quick. Again, this is the sloppiest one that you're going to see. And we notice our heroes went around and took a walk. That is not ideal, but the nice thing with the HGHB attack is you can kind of recover and work on the fly a little bit. And so now we've got the BK over there. He's going to do a little tanking. He goes down, but we need to get those hogs in there quick before anything latched onto the queen. And so that's just something that you got to know how to do on the fly a little bit is, you know, God save the queen. When you see something that's going to go at your queen, hopefully you have something that can get in front and tank or get in front and take care of those defenses, which those hogs did. And now we got 2 packs of hogs that are going in on each side. There's still healers up, taking care of 1 bowler, and a few hogs left. Queen is coming around the top side, but really nothing single target defense that's going at her. Hogs in the heal spell are able to go ahead and get that last whiz tower down and even avoid both of those giant bombs at the top. You see the queen took out one side, the hogs took out the other, and they didn't path over those 2 giant bombs that are located in the top there. And so you see we successfully dealt with all of our threats there. We tripped the 2 on the bottom, we avoided the 2 on the top, and we also took out, with our bowlers and heroes walking around the outside, those potential threats on those 2x4 spaces on the bottom part of the base. Still had a rage spell remaining. Obviously, usually you want to be able to use that on your bowlers and your healers, but since they kind of split up, it wasn't ideal to use that, so save that for the end, and it ends up working out for a 3. Alright, next up we have another one, and this is going to be against one of the higher bases, Max Town Hall 9. Again, we're just going to quickly go through what you want to look at. So we spot the queen, we notice there's double giant bomb threats here, double giant bomb threats here, and double giant bomb threats here. So just that front half of the base pretty much. There is one on the back side there as well, and that is something that could be trouble but can be dealt with surgically. But again, we have the queen, and we've also spotted an air defense on the way to the queen. So our approach angles are either going to be this way towards the queen through an air defense, or, sorry, that's a bad angle, this way to the queen through the air defense, because being on that corner there, she will go ahead and hop this wall over into this compartment. So that is the compartment we will want to attack through, is right there, and get the kill squad coming in through here. Bowlers will go ahead and splash damage across and take care of that air defense and push into this compartment here, and then from there they will either go this way, or both, which is going to accomplish our goal of diffusing these double giant bomb positions. So we'll go ahead and take that off the screen and watch how this attack ends up going down. Again, the army comp is pretty much the same. The only thing that really changes is what you need to use to funnel with. If you can get away with minions, great. If you have to go wizards or babies, then that's what you have to do. Just kind of base specific on that. But again, the rest of it's pretty much the same. 12 giants followed by the 4 healers, and again, you can just be patient and let that funnel develop, because those healers are more than powerful enough to keep those giants up. But as soon as they break in and they're going to start being targeted by Max Expos and the queen, you want to get the rest of your kill squad going in, which he does. Heroes redirect, then here come the bowlers, and everything is going to funnel in nicely. Now double poison is going to go ahead and deal with the clan castle troops while everything's under rage. Again, make sure that rage encompasses the healers, which it does now. That is the key to keeping those tanking troops alive and well. And now they've pushed exactly where we wanted. They're in that main compartment there, and they're going to start taking out these buildings that are part of a double giant bomb setup. And they're going to go ahead and start removing the pathing for the hogs. And then we're going to see hogs come in surgically from about a 90-degree angle. You can see there's a double giant bomb set, one of the ones we were worried about. The other area was a Tesla. And now the hogs are just going to work nicely around the outside of the base, avoiding the double giant bomb areas. Still got 2 heal spells left. You can see that drops the second poison there to deal with the skellies. And still has about 7 or 8 hogs on the board, 3 remaining. Drops that last heal spell where we would have possibly anticipated the potential double giant bomb set, but we know that it's not there because everything's tripped. and the back end hogs there for the outside Tesla and the remaining heal spell. This is going to be more than enough to take this out. The other thing you just want to be careful of, if you notice here, he just dropped a wizard and had another one over there for cleanup. You always want to make sure to drop that wizard and your cleanup troops on the back side of where your defense targeters are going to end up, because you can see wherever the hogs end up, that's where they're going to start cleaning up. Unfortunately, they will have left a big gaping pile of buildings behind them with this heavy defense targeting army, so you do want to make sure to try to save a few troops for the opposite side of the base for cleanup. So that was number 2. That one was a little better. This is going to be number 3. Should be even better. It's a little lower base, but a very good execution as well. Before we get to that, don't forget to hit the like button on this and subscribe to the channel. Most people don't make it this far into the videos, and so if you have, don't forget to do that before you go. But quickly, we're going to go ahead and take a look at one last attack here featuring HGHB and the process again for deciding how to go at it. So again, real quickly, characteristics that we are looking at. We are spotting the queen. We are looking for the air defenses. We have 2 potential entry paths here. We can come at it from here again, or we can come at it here and have an air defense on the way to the queen. We're looking for double giant bomb threats to defuse, which are going to be basically on all 4 sides of the core there. So ideally on this attack, we can punch right through to the core. Now when they hit the town hall, because we don't have quakes or jump spells or anything in this army composition, they are going to go around. So they are either, when they hit the queen, going to go this way or this way, and that's just fine. And what you want to do is just be patient, wait, and see which way they go, and then just start kind of surgically working your hogs in on these peripheral defenses as they are being distracted. And again, here we see he's able to use a few wizards and some minions because of the spread out nature of this base. And so these bases that are set up for anti-hog with all these double giant bomb sets are really kind of setting themselves up potentially for the queen walks and the HGHB and those kind of things because of the spread out nature of the base. With those ADs buried, those air defenses buried in there and tucked in next to the heroes, makes it a very nice queen walk. And so same thing here, he breaks into that top compartment there. He's going to go ahead and get that funnel created. He's a little late creating the funnel there, getting the heroes in there. Now that that's done, we're going to see the bowlers come in and very quickly get that rage going. He probably lost a lot more giants than he needed to waiting that long, but again, you're going to see this is going to end up working out very nicely. Rage is in there to take out the heroes, and we've got 1 AD down. That splash damage. Now look, they've taken out pretty much that whole top compartment. Now they're moving to the right there towards the east of the base. They've tripped that potential double giants bomb spot. The second rage spell goes down. Those raged healers are keeping the giants and the bowlers alive. There's that hog coming in on that cannon, sniping it, and looking really good so far. Everything is distracted. Now he's going to be patient again, let these defense targeting giants kind of work in there and start distracting things. Look at those 2 or 3 hogs did a bunch of work because everything was distracted. They took about 4 defenses out single-handedly, and he still got 12 in reserve there for about 5 defenses. Queen is in there. She is being healed up by everything as well as the giants. They're going to go ahead and break through into that last compartment, and he could probably do this without many of those remaining hogs. Queen does finally go down. Giants are tanking and then come in the hogs, and you can see he's got so many hogs, 12 left against 3-point defenses, that he's going to be able to swarm this base and not even use the poison spells or the heal spells. And we've got the bowlers walking around, so they're doing a good job getting the cleanup done. Hogs are on the other side of the base, and everything works out perfectly. And so you can see just how overpowered this can be when you don't need to use 6 spaces worth of spells. 6. 2 poisons, 2 heals, which you're going to see swagged here at the end in a very nice little butterfly-like pattern. He must have a builder hut. Oh, look at that. Didn't account for a builder hut. That gives him time to swag his spells. Go ahead and fast forward to the end there. We got a nice little colorful butterfly swag there going on for the 3-star. So just to recap quickly on the HGHB, what you're looking for that Archer Queen, you're looking for an air defense, preferably on the way to her, that you can go ahead and raid your bullies through and take her out. You're going to use that double poison spell to go ahead and deal with any clan castle troops on the fly. Your healers need to be in the rage spell. You're going to go ahead and identify where the double giant bomb threats are and make sure that your hogs go in surgically, but let your kill squad do as much work as possible, but don't let it die. So, but let it get through and do its work, and go ahead and use those hogs to pick off the rest of the base. And don't forget your couple cleanup troops for the opposite side of the base of the defense targeting troops, and you will be 3-starring using HGHB in Clan Wars in no time. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure hit that red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your clan mates, and follow us on Twitter at ClashWithTaff. This is the Allfather, Clan Assimilated. Until next time, thanks for watching.